Okay, welcome Scorpios. This is going to be your reading for the month of January. So please know that all those big transformations have finished. You probably have been feeling some intense energy. Maybe you've been speaking your mind a little extra, but also a little more just like it is what it is. I feel like a lot of stuff has been just coming into perspective. Like you've always been clear on things, but now you're crystal clear. It's almost like your scope kind of like focused. I feel like there's this clarity that you are recognizing. Interesting that I'm literally saying that, and then there's deception. So I feel like in a way you're starting to see through. And if this was like, there's two ways how this goes, okay? If you are the one who has perhaps recognized that you're the one who's not been honest about stuff, in the sense that recognizing like this is saying someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So it's sort of like the truth, like really expressing how we feel. Now, deception doesn't always mean someone else. It can also just mean that we aren't truly being ourselves. So there's this honesty that's coming out. And I feel like you're also recognizing stuff, like even where maybe perhaps you've been deceiving yourself or denying or denial, right, coming through. So let's keep going here. What else do the romance angels want us to know? There can be still stuff that is gonna be, like I said, coming into clarity. We do have separation, so time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Perhaps this is because of work, perhaps this is because of travel. But there could be some stuff, whether this is with a past energy here that you are clarifying, or just energies that haven't really been aligning at this time. But stay optimistic about your love life here as well. So this is like moving through dynamics. Perhaps you've been also feeling disconnected from your partner. Maybe there is this element of not feeling the same, and that's sort of what I'm saying, like you're seeing things a little different, and then it's sort of giving you a different perspective. But perhaps because you've been on this journey of finding what it is you're looking for, because you've been trying to stay optimistic, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So at the same time, staying positive at whatever this is. Now, if you're separating from something, then this is giving you a brand new opportunity for something new. If you are currently going through something, then this is also kind of recognition, learning, and finding out this is children, right? Children. So your love life is being affected by children. And this could be part of where, maybe this is where you're having an issue connecting with your partner or their children, if they have them, or they are with yours, because this is also a very difficult situation if one partner wants and the other doesn't, or if one has children and the other one isn't ready to parent. That does put a whole other level of strain on the dynamics. And I feel like throat chakra, so definitely expressing how you're feeling or how they're feeling, okay? And let's see. And religious. Okay, so religious factors also. So your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this is sort of where I'm seeing like you're finding this new version of yourself, you're finding new situations, and because you're having this awareness. Now, you could be married to someone who has a different faith, or this can also mean that why things aren't working or why things aren't able to go in the same direction is because you don't have the same faith, beliefs, morals, values, however it is. So there is a lot of aspects or challenges at this time, but this can also talk about the spiritual growth, because if you are having this difficulty, it is really important for you to definitely turn to faith or turn to your self, like turn with yourself in the sense of like learning how this is. So staying optimistic, making these love offers to yourself, to your needs, to yourself, to your partner, like this is so powerful in so many ways. So however these are resonating, there is a lot of energy here of finding things out or discovering, and it doesn't always mean it was a deception, because sometimes you find it out together, right? Like sometimes you really are calling each other out on your own BS, or your person says something and you're like, wow, you're right, I've really been doing that, or I didn't notice I was doing that. Or again, this is sort of just saying like you are very attuned, you're very sensitive, like you are a very deep emotional sign. All water signs possess this like ability to truly just emotionally read a room. Like, you can feel people, and there's no way to explain that. But, you know, some people get it and some people don't. And that's sort of where I'm saying. So there's definitely some, like, it's like the Five of Swords is always about, like, it's like you winning at all costs, even if it hurts someone else. So this person or you could kind of have like this standoff that's kind of just like this battle, but this is also just our disagreements or situations that aren't, you're not seeing eye to eye, or perhaps there's like a hard line here. Now, further you with separation, there could be distance, or there could be a reason why you can't be together, or perhaps you love someone that's outside of your culture, and that proposes or brings different challenges, because, you know, it's really hard for us sometimes to be with people. But with the deception here, there is some truths that do need to be discussed between the two of you. And again, like I said, it's that tough conversations where perhaps maybe now because you're at this place where you're able to express this, or they're able to express this, or you're recognizing things that you may not have before. So this is a little heavy energy. And in a way too, like, you are the sign that rules endings and new beginnings, but this is sort of recognizing, like, maybe some of you are truly deciding to change faith, change belief, or to become more involved in your spiritual quest, or to be more focused on other stuff. So let's see what's coming through here, because it's almost like, it's not that you're going in different directions, but we have the Six of Cups here. So it's also a soulmate card. But this is also talking about past and nostalgia. Now, children being involved here too can also literally be children. There could be twins or two kids or fur babies here too, because there's also puppies in the card here too, and they're holding them. So there could be a lot of factors here. But this can also just speak to like the playful, fun situations. And it's like things are good when they're good, but then when they're not good, they're really not good. So this is just a challenge right now to recognize how and where that is. But sometimes when we go through those, it changes how we feel about the person or the situation, and that's what brings a lot of truth. Now, truth, like I said earlier, can hurt sometimes, but the truth shall set you free and you will move forward. So we got air energy, Cancer energy here too. Let's see what's coming through. So this is also like you're getting it all out on the table, but because you're both getting it all out on the table, it's bringing clarity. Like, even asking questions about things that you needed to understand. Like, when you said this, what did that mean? Like, don't just assume. And then at the same time, you're also going to be able to tell if this person is truthful, if it's actually real, like if they really are saying what they're saying. I've been that person for a lot of people that has been able to recognize when it wasn't truthful and other people believed it. And until they see it for themselves, you're kind of alone in that, right? And so maybe you recognize something about your partner, or they do you, and until you're ready to like accept the fact for yourself, or accept the information you see, it is hard. But you know, Scorpio, this is a powerful space that you're in, because you have truly gone through more evolution, more new beginnings than most people can even imagine in a lifetime, and you deserve this. With the Star card, this is also you getting your wish fulfillment, getting a lot of things that you've been wanting, but also like this is the dream, this is what it is that you are seeking. Now for some of you too, this could be also what is sending you on that spiritual journey, because the Star card is also about getting into alignment and getting healing. Some of you might have fears about being a parent because of the parents you had. Some of you may be challenged about wanting kids because maybe right now that's not what you want. But these are a lot of dynamics, or perhaps your person is, you know, there's challenges. So there's obviously factors that are causing a struggle here. So time apart from your partner can also just sort of be like, okay, let's just take a little bit, let's just breathe a little bit, let's just think a little bit. Doesn't necessarily mean it's months, it doesn't necessarily mean it's days. Sometimes it's just like, let's just not talk for a few minutes and just breathe. And I want to spend a little time here with you guys, because I do really want to add as much clarity, because I know our fears run to the worst case scenario. When you see deceptions, when you see lies, when you see stuff like that, of course we want to think the worst. They're lying about this too. I knew it. No, maybe it's not what you think, but you're not wrong. But you and your fear runs to the darkest, deepest corner, right? That's just natural, because that's what our human brain is trained to do. And I feel like you're also healing this. So staying optimistic, like there's a reason. And for whatever reason, this is being presented for you because this is a huge part of your journey right now. And this could be, like I said, and then with the Tower card, this is shaking things up. It's a big change. Like what's not working is falling apart. What is built to last will stand this too. And at the same time, this is also coming to remove what does not belong. It's like things are falling apart, or are they falling into place? So there's just this power right now with the Tower card, Scorpio energy, because when we heal, we shed, right? This is sort of like you got to do some demolition before you build something new. So even if it's between the two of you, you're kind of like renovating. I would call this spiritual renovation. And I'm saying this because this is a massive one. And this could be one that you've never experienced before. And it could be a lot smaller than you think. But it's also talking about like, hey, we've built something, but what we built, the way we're building it isn't working. Or that I want to build this way. No, I want to build this way. And you either build together, because if you start building like this, then it's going to be too heavy for both of you to carry because the foundation isn't solid. I worked in construction my whole life, so I know a little bit about it, but in the sense of the spiritual side, it piles up and it adds up. And I think the SHIT hit the fan. And if it hasn't, then it's also a part of the patience here that you've been working on so many things, that you've been healing so many things, and you're waiting for finances to come in. You've planted a lot of seeds, and there is travel, there's movement, there's communication, there's also offers and opportunities. And that's why I felt separation, because something might be taking someone somewhere else. And I feel like this is just a very powerful time. And I want to just let you guys know that you're not alone. Like losing somebody can be scary and painful, right? But we move forward through the good, through the bad. If it's with the same person, awesome. And if it's not, then we just know that what we have, we carry and we carry forward. So the King of Pentacles being here too is also saying that you are moving into a direction of security and stability. You are moving in the direction perhaps of a new business, perhaps of a new career, or a new commitment, or just a recommitment. Because if you recommit to rebuilding this, that means you're committing to starting over. Like hit the reset button and let's start fresh. But you have to start fresh by letting go of whatever these past pains were. Now, of course, if there were deceptions, that hurts. If there were lack or breaking of trust, then it hurts. Like overcoming that kind of betrayals, you either can or you can't. And that's up to you, and that's up to your person. And having gone through it several times, or also going through it in our own ways, we recognize that and we see that. So let's see what other clarity we can get here. And I think, like, for whatever reason, it's saying wait before you make any major decisions right now. Hi everybody, wait. The timing is just not right. It's not quite right. So something is still at an impasse, or that's why the separation is needed, or perhaps waiting for the separation so you get the clarity, because maybe you're just like, you know what, I'm done with this. But when they actually have the courage to tell you why, or when you actually have the courage to express, it creates understanding. You definitely did. You definitely did. And having support. So lean on your inner circle. During this time, like I said, only take advice from people who are literally doing this. And I just had someone new in the chat who's asking, like, did she just find another unicorn? And then the comment back was like, yes, you found the unicorn cavalry. So it's sort of like you've been finding and seeking. So welcome, unicorn babe. You've been finding and seeking a place where you can feel this understanding, where you can feel this connection, where you can feel establishing, like you feel like you're making an establishment. Or this could literally be a new place, maybe a new home, a new building, a new spot. But this is also saying, like, surround yourself with this support system, and then as you seek, as you're waiting, it will literally find you, because we don't chase, we attract, right? So you're bringing that in, and that's what we're doing. So here we go. We also have see, I'm like literally, ever since I've been doing your reading, it's like everything's been flying everywhere. So it's literally like, I almost, do you, like, if it was a suitcase, you're just like going through the suitcase, nope. You're getting rid of a lot of stuff. And you know what's good? When you make space, you make room for new, and also second chances. If you give a second chance, you also have to get rid of this, rid of everything. So this relationship deserves a second chance if it's what you want, okay? If you've had time and you've really thought about what it is, but there is interference, an external party is intruding on your relationship. Now, this external party can also be a job, can also be lack of time, can also be depression, can also be a lot of stuff. Like someone could be really